Six times six is 36 was a song performed by Frances White in the Broadway musical review Hitchy-Coo. Hitchy-Coo was originally a song that was published and first performed in 1912 and very quickly became a very popular song for vaudeville performers. And it also became very popular in the British music hall circuit. In 1917, a Broadway musical review was named for the song, and there were different versions of the review each year featuring different performers and different songs from 1917 through 1920, each one named after the year, such as Hitchy-Coo of 1918, Hitchy-Coo of 1919, etc. And there was a further Hitchy-Coo of 1922. There wasn't one in 1921, but there was one in 1922, which didn't play on Broadway, but did tour the United States and showing in various cities across the country. The musical review is not really musical theater, but is what in the present day we would probably refer to as a variety show, consisting of unconnected comedy and dramatic sketches as well as musical performances. And anyone my age or older probably remembers what a variety show is. They were all over television from the very beginning days of television up through the 1970s. I remember watching many variety shows myself. Sonny and Cher had a variety show. Glenn Campbell had one. I think Johnny Cash had one. There were a bunch of them. Frances White was born Frances May Caples in 1896, but there's some dispute as to where exactly she was born, possibly Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, or maybe somewhere in Texas. It's a matter of record that her grandfather was a wealthy Texas banker and that she first performed on stage in Los Angeles in 1910. She formed a duo with a comedian named William Rock, and they became known as Rock and White and became a big success in vaudeville. However, she soon emerged as the true star of the duo and they split up. She went on her own. Based on the photo cover of this song, Six Times Six, it looked to me like a young woman who was dressed up to appear like a little girl, much younger and more girlish. And this turned out to be the case. White was known as a child impersonator who would wear clothing that made her look very childlike and girlish, and she cultivated a kind of a cutesy proto Betty Boop kind of voice, although she claimed her voice sounded the way it did because of a case of tonsillitis that she had had. She wore her hair very short, brushed back and slicked down with whatever it was they used to slick their hair down back then, some kind of pomade, I guess. I don't know. I think her first big hit song was the spelling song Mississippi. And I found the sheet music for that. And there's another photo of her on the cover of this sheet music. In this photo, she was 20 years old. Here's another photo of her from 1917. That would have been the year following the previous song, Mississippi. This one from 1917 is the same year as the cover photo of Six Times Six. And then here's another photo from 1920 when she would have been 24 years old. In Hitchy-Coo of 1917, the musical review, she also sang a song titled I Love to Be a Monkey in the Zoo, which was also printed as sheet music. And you can hear a recording of her singing it on YouTube. And the music that started in the background is this song, and here's a little brief clip of it. Why you never find a monkey feeling blue? And you needn't wear no gaiters. You get nice boiled potatoes and a lot of other little goodies too. Gee, I'd like to be a monkey in the zoo. Why you never have a bit of work to do? You just lay upon a shelf
scratch and scratch yourself. Gee, I'd like to be a monkey in a zoo. I'd hate to be an
There doesn't
elephant.
seem to be very
There
many
is plenty
recordings of
after
her.
me, and nobody ever loves you when
I
you're
don't think she
sad.
ever made any records. These are just recordings that were made from shows or reviews. She appeared in several Broadway musicals and reviews and some silent films. She was married 3 times, each time very briefly. She never had any children. The last film she appeared in was in 1922, and I think after that, uh, unfortunately, her star faded and she just fell into obscurity. She only reappeared when some kind of legal trouble put her name back in the newspapers. Like one time, a woman sued her for alienation of affection when she had an affair with the woman's husband. She was briefly jailed for failing to pay a taxi fare, and another time she was sued for failing to pay for some jewelry that she had purchased on loan or something like that. She moved in with her mother, and she lived with her mother for many years until her mother died in 1955, and then Frances White herself died in 1969 in Los Angeles. And that is about everything I've been able to find about this song and the performer Frances White by looking them up on the internet. Um, the song Six Times Six and as well as I'd Love to Be a Monkey in the Zoo were both written by the same people, Bert Hanlon and William White. The song Mississippi was also written, the lyrics were written by Bert Hanlon, but the music was written by Harry Tierney. So that's all I've been able to find. So thank you very much.